Hi everybody! I wanted to do a video about staying positive because it's what my channel's about, and I'm reading a really good book at the moment called The Abundance Paradigm, and he put some great tips in there and I wanted to share those with you. So I'm always picking up new tips and I just want to share them with you all the time as well. So I nearly didn't do the video because I'm a bit ill, got a bit of a fever and things, and then I thought, man, Louisa, you had cancer when you did most of this channel. I think you can do a video with a bit of a temperature. I've had worse. Bit of a virus. It'll be gone. It's fine. Don't worry. So what does staying positive mean? So I look back through some of my videos on here and think, oh man, from my perspective back then, it worked then because that's what I was going through, that's what I was doing, but I've learned a lot since as well. So some things may work for you, some things might not. So let me give you some more tips. So staying positive doesn't necessarily mean putting on a mask and pretending that you're okay. It doesn't mean that you need to stay happy all the time no matter what. It doesn't matter that, it doesn't mean a bad thought comes in, it's going to make your cancer worse. It means you know what you want. It means you know where you've set your eye, where you've fixed where you want to be going, and you keep faith in that direction. My one of my good friends, he says it's like running a marathon and someone runs along next to you going, go on, be strong, your legs might hurt, but ignore it. Of course your legs are going to hurt. You're in a marathon, it's going to hurt, but it doesn't mean that you stop. And that's what being positive is about. It means giving that space for yourself to feel what you're feeling. And if you're feeling rubbish that day, then that's fine and it's going to pass, and it's all about keeping the faith that a better day will be coming and fixing your sights on that better day and keeping faith that it's coming. So I also think if you're saying stay positive, you're not giving yourself that room to be fully expressed, and you're bottling yourself up further again, and that's not going to be good for you in any way. The best way to be getting through all of this is to be fully self-expressed. So if you're feeling rubbish, say it. Doesn't mean you are rubbish. Doesn't mean that you're letting anybody down. It's fine. When people say stay positive, I think it stops you giving, it takes away that permission for you to feel that way, I think. But we get to decide where we're aiming in life. We don't know what our bodies are capable of if we just completely put our minds to healing. Don't even call this a cancer journey anymore. It's a healing journey, because that completely changes the intention of what you're going through. You're not going through cancer, you're healing from cancer. Find deep down, find what you feel caused it. Most people know, and take steps to change it. If you feel like you're not being fully expressed in one area, or your diet's poor, or you need advice, go find that advice. It's out there. So things like that. Finding things to feel grateful for. Right here, right now, do it. Right now, look around. Something that you are grateful for, because that is the quickest way to shortcut how to be positive. If you find one thing to be grateful for, you'll find another thing, and it will just snowball from there. It's hard sometimes, especially when you're in the depths of chemo and you feel rubbish, but there was always something. There was always something somewhere. In the book I'm just reading, he gives a great tip on called upthinking, and it's how to spiral your thoughts upwards. So it's really easy to get into a mindset of anxiety. Like, what if this is worse? What if this is awful? What if it comes back? What if I go out and this happens? What if I go to London and it gets bombed? I don't know. It's really easy to do that, and it's really easy to let those thoughts stop you doing things. But catch those thoughts and turn it around and say, what if I go to London and it's the best day ever? What if it doesn't come back? What if I do this and it's the most beneficial thing for my health I've ever done? Change it into instead of a what if, a what if. Upthink it. So from a negative, put it up into a positive, and that can change it all around for you and help you get over those things that are stopping you and see things in a whole new light. Well worth it. And turning the news off and reading newspapers. You don't need to know what's going on in some other country that's killing their economy or whatever, or how awful other people's lives are. The media, that sells. It's people who are reading it, they buy the stuff to go, oh my god, that sounds awful, and they'll buy it for that. That's why they talk about such awful things all the time, because it sells. But you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. Switch on the comedy, switch on positive things. You don't need to know what's going on in London. Doesn't need it. If it doesn't happen on this street outside my house, really doesn't affect me that much. And if the leadership changes in the government, somebody will probably tell me. I don't care. I don't make much of a difference to it. So what's the point in getting bogged down in it? So switch all the negative stuff off, put some good stuff on, feed yourself good food, look after your gut bacteria, because that actually if your gut bacteria is poor from a lot of what's the word? I can't even remember it. Antibiotics. I knew I'd get there. Long video, sorry. If you've blasted your body with antibiotics, which I had done a lot, and you do when you're going through chemo and all of the surgery and things, your good and bad bacteria gets obliterated. So go find a really good multi-strain probiotic, and that will feed all your good bacteria again, because actually that has a big effect on anxiety and everything as well. If your gut bacteria is out of balance, that's my daughter, it can have an effect on your mood. Your main serotonin is your feel good, happy hormone is made by the gut. It's made by the bacteria in your gut. So you need them to actually feel good. And all health starts in the gut. I will be doing more about this, I'm sure. But that is where all your feel-good stuff starts. Your body can work properly, get the good guys in, and they will fight the bad guys. So it's really important to just look after everything in your body. Slow down, take the time. You're not being lazy. All you can do is lie on the sofa and just sleep. You're not doing anything. Your body is taking the time to rest. And that is doing something. It's doing a lot. It's repairing you, and you need that. I actually got into a lot of trouble with my chiropractor the other day. She said, what's the point in doing all of this non-toxic makeup and skincare and then eating all this organic food and stuff if you're not sleeping? It's like, I don't know. She says sleep is free, for God's sake. Why aren't you doing that? I'm so sorry. It's so obvious, but it's so... Okay, so I've been working on that as well. So yeah, a few more tips for you. Hope they help, but stay with me. The more I learn, the more I can pass on to you. So subscribe to my channel, and I shall see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.